So when it comes time to do a presentation, let's say it's in front of your business, or if it's a video marketing content that you're creating for your product or your service. I want to know what your experience is when it comes in presenting yourself. In a previous video, I talked about how Instagram can help you overcome on-camera shyness, but I want to dive a little bit deeper into this subject. I got 5 questions that I want to ask you, 5 questions that you need to think about, because these questions are going to help you in being a better presenter, not just in front of a group of your peers, but for things like this, video marketing. But before we dive into today's episode, if this is your first time here, guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like, subscribe, the notification bell, and share this video to as many people as you think it would benefit from. Okay, so fear. Fear to me is something positive. It's something you shouldn't brush over. You need to explore fear, because what does fear lead you to? Fear leads to opportunities, and you wouldn't have found that opportunity if you didn't go down that path. So with these 5 questions, it might trigger some little stress points or some experiences that you have involving being afraid to do something, but that's the point of this video. And I really want you to answer these questions honestly. So what I want you to do, get a piece of paper. As I ask these questions, write them down. Don't answer them right away. Think about what you want to say and then write them down. I want you to get these questions down first. It's a little rundown, a little basic question so that you can fully understand why you are afraid of speaking in front of the camera or in front of your peers. So my first question, it's a very, very simple question to get things started. Why do you fear public speaking? Is it the judgment that you think others will give you based on the people that you don't know? Is that something that you're afraid of? Or do you hate the attention you get because all eyes are solely focused on you? All their attention is towards you. Now, no matter how you answer this question, I understand sometimes this happens, and this has happened to me, where you're doing your presentation or you're about to, and then something in your head, you start having this internal monologue, this little dialogue between yourself, where you ask yourself the questions that lead you down the path to completely taking you out of the moment that you're in. Your self-confidence goes down, your posture kind of dwindles away, imposter syndrome kicks in, and you question everything as to why am I here, what am I doing, is this topic actually something that people want to see? And in turn, it's just, you're gonna fall flat on your face, and it happens. It's happened to me before. Doing public speaking for the very first time, you get in your own head, it's natural, it happens. And this is why I wanna do these videos, to help you overcome that. Second question, what bad experience have you had and why? Learning from past mistakes is such an amazing way in crafting how your future is going to unfold when it comes to things like this. When I first started out doing video like this, the big pain point for me was structure. I had no clue how to structure these topics and these conversations. And so my first few videos, which they're not online, you can't see them, thank God, they are absolutely horrible. It's all over the place. It's just these random facts and questions that it's horrible. But it's only after watching all of these bad videos, all of these bad ways of explaining things, that I finally understood how to structure something, because I watched myself. I figured out what works, what doesn't work, but I learn by these really bad experiences that I have. So even if you have an experience where it is a negative result, you got bad feedback, or I mean, God forbid, someone made fun of you. You know, whatever the outcome is, if it really was a really horrible experience, use it. Because what does that do? What is it? It's fear. It goes back to fear. And yet again, fear leads to positive opportunities. So embrace those really bad moments. It's awesome to look back on those really bad experiences to where you are now, and it's such a night and day kind of thing that just clicks in your head. And it helps you, because then you can see someone else that's starting out, that's struggling, and you can relate to them because you had those bad experiences. Third question, what are your goals? So what do you hope to gain from being a good speaker? What do you hope to gain from being a good presenter in front of the camera? Do you want to help educate people that are starting out? Do you want to just drive sales to your business? Do you want to get leads? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want out of this? What goal do you have? So let's say one of your goals is to do a TED Talk. I love TED Talks. I use them in a lot of my examples. But let's say that's your goal. You want to take this actual experience that you have of trying to be a presenter and tell your story. What are the goals that are going to get you to that point? What are the little milestones that you're going to set for yourself to reach that peak? Only you can answer that question because you know where you currently are in this process in being a presenter or being a video creator. And when you set your goals, guys, don't set small little goals. Go for the top, go for the summit, go as big as you possibly can. Challenge yourself, embrace everything in the process of you hitting each and every single goal. And I promise you, the feeling that you have when you hit those marks, it's gonna be the best feeling you've ever had in this journey. Fourth question, what is the worst that could happen? This goes back to the topic of worrying about what other people think of you. It's something that you need to brush off. You need to not focus about anyone else. Don't worry about what people think of you. Do what you do. You know your topic, your area, your field of whatever it is that you do. You're an expert at that. Do it. Feel it. You know it. You embrace the things that you know you're good at. Here's an example. Let's say you're in a business meeting full of peers that you know and certain peers that you don't know. People are coming in and visiting and they want to listen to your speech. The worst thing that can happen is half of the room gets the most vital information while the other half have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter because you set out what you wanted to do. You made a mark on certain people. If some people don't resonate with the content that you're putting out, it's okay. If you reach just one person with your message, it's all worth it. Try not to dwell on the what ifs. Focus on what you can control. And what you can control is how you're presenting yourself and what you're saying. You understand your message. You understand everything that is going on. So just put the what ifs away. There are no what ifs. There's only right now and what you can control. So control the things you control and do the best you possibly can. And our final question, what speaker or speakers do you enjoy to listen to and why? So imitation is the highest form of flattery. Learn from those that you admire and craft your own presence, your own unique quirks based on things that you really enjoy. Learning from others is such a natural way in progressing and developing your own style. There's a lot of videographers that I love watching. And it's really cool to see how they shoot certain things. And so what I do is I take those ideas and I try them. And then I warp them into, my own style and the way that I like to shoot video. If there's a speaker that you really like, write down just different ways that they present themselves. Their posture, how they're dressed, even just the inflections on how they say certain things. And like I said, in time you are going to develop your own style, but you're never going to stop watching other content creators and pulling some ideas. I mean, everyone does it, from films to books to you name it. I mean, it's just a natural way of crafting ideas. But guys, wherever you are in your process in becoming a good video content creator or just being in front of the camera, think about these questions. I hope you wrote them down and I hope you're answering them truthfully so that you can grow and you can understand where you are and how you can get to where you want to be. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you have any questions about this topic or any other topic that we have talked about here in this channel, please send me an email at ChavezCreative@yahoo.com. I would love to help you out in any way that I possibly can. And until next time, guys, have a positive, creative, and wonderful week.